Hey, shalom, shalom. What's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. My apologies. Um, I'm here to read Proverbs today. Today we're doing 14. Today is August 14th, 2025. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So for those of y'all who um, if this is not your first time, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. But however, if this is your first time, welcome, welcome. My name is Pandy Kemp. I'm the mother of four amazing people, children, human beings. I have two sons, two daughters, and I have been homeschooling for the past 4 years, y'all. And guess what? My daughter will be returning to public school, and today is her first day. So, as we're learning to parent through Proverbs, I'm going to go ahead and get started and read from Proverbs 14. But my prayer for her is that she really, really applies this wisdom. It says her set herself apart in that environment and her just be a light. So, hallelujah, glory, glory to the King. So, with that, I'll go ahead and read Proverbs 14 from the Message version. And I'm glad you're here. Engage with me. If you're over in the Facebook group, if you're watching live, continue to join me at 7 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, which is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can post in the comments, right? What was your big takeaway? And if you're watching a replay, you can post as well. So, with no further ado, here's Proverbs 14. Lady Wisdom builds a lovely home. Sir Fool comes along and tears it down brick by brick, right? Sir Fool. You don't want to be a fool and tear down your house, right? Just be wise, build it up, and sustain it, and let it stay built through the wisdom and reading His Word daily. But anyway, let me carry on reading the Message version. Whatever version you read from is fine. Just read along. Verse 2, an honest life shows respect for Yah. A degenerate life is a slap in his face. Frivolous talk provokes a derisive smile. Wise speech evokes nothing but respect. And that is my prayer for my daughter going to public school around these people. Is much, I don't doubt and deny that there may be much frivolous talk going on, idle talk. But may she exhibit and exude wise speech, right? And I love it that it said it evokes nothing but respect. Verse 4, no cattle, no crops. A good harvest requires a strong ox for the plow. A true witness never lies. A false witness makes business of it. Cynics look high and low for wisdom and never find it. The open-minded find it right on their doorstep. Bring it on my doorstep, right? I invite wisdom in. Wisdom is always welcome. Up in here, up in here. Verse 7, escape quickly from the company of fools. They're a waste of your time, a waste of your words. So good, y'all. I want to read that one more time. Verse 7, escape quickly from the company of fools. They're a waste of your time, a waste of your words. The wisdom of the wise keeps life on track. The foolishness of fools lands them in the ditch. The stupid ridicule the right and wrong, but a moral life is a favorite life. The person who shuns the bitter moments of friends will be an outsider at their celebrations. Lives of careless wrongdoing are running. Verse 11. Lives of careless wrongdoing are rundown shacks. Holy living builds soaring cathedrals. There's a way of life that looks harmless enough. Look again, it leads straight to hell. Sure, those people appear to be having a good time, but all that laughter will end in heartbreak. Mm. Verse 14, a mean person gets paid back in meanness, a gracious person in grace. The gullible believe anything they're told, the prudent sift and weigh every word. The wise watch their steps and avoid evil. Fools are headstrong and reckless. The hotheads do things they'll later regret. The cold-hearted get the cold shoulder. Mm. Verse 18. Foolish dreamers live in a world of illusion. Wise realists plant their feet on the ground. Eventually, evil will pay tribute to good. Mm. The wicked will respect Yah loyal people. An unlikely loser is shunned by all, but everyone loves a winner. It's criminal to ignore a neighbor in need, but compassion for the poor. Can't even get that word out. Poor. What a blessing. Isn't it obvious that conspirators lose out while the thoughtful win love and trust? Verse 23. Hard work always pays off. Mere talk puts no bread on the table. The wise accumulate wisdom. Fools get stupider by the day. Mm. Verse 25. Souls are saved by truthful witnesses and betrayed by the spread of lies. Mm. The fear of Yah builds up confidence and makes a world safe for your children. The fear of Yah is a spring of living water, so you won't go off drinking from poison wells. The mark of a good leader is loyal followers. Leadership is nothing without a following. Slowness to anger makes for deep understanding. A quick-tempered person stockpiles stupidity. Verse 30, a sound mind makes for a robust body, but runaway emotions corrode the bones, right? Runaway emotions corrode the bones. Mm. Verse 31, you insult your maker when you exploit the powerless. When you're kind to the poor, you honor Yah. The evil of bad people leaves them out in the cold. The integrity of good people creates a safe place for living. Mm. Lady wisdom is at home in an understanding heart. Fools never even get to say hello. Yah devotion makes a country strong. Avoiding Yah leaves people weak. Diligent works get a warm commendation. Shiftless works earns an angry rebuke. I'm going to read that again. 35, verse 35. Diligent work gets a warm commendation. Diligent work gets a warm commendation. Shiftless work earns an angry rebuke. Mm. So that concludes the reading. Proverbs 14, verses 1 through 35. So many good things. I'm going to have to go through and highlight. I basically wanted to highlight this whole chapter. This was just so good, so good. So it starts right off rip, verse 1. The wise woman builds her house, but the foolish tears it down with her own hands. I know the Message version says, Sir Fool comes along. So serve food, because of that, the sir, it makes you think it's talking about a male figure maybe, but the woman, right? In the King James version, she builds up her house, but then she tears it down with her own hands, and that's just being foolish. So just on a daily basis, in the effort to build up our home, definitely read these proverbs to our children and keep them in the word, the love, and the light of the Most High Yah. And so it's really our jobs as parents um, to guide our children's decisions, right? And we want to make sure that we nurture peace, keep them at peace, help them trust, and we be an example of that peace, love, and trust in the home. And it's ongoing, it's every day, right? And the more practice we have, right? Because it's not like when we give birth to children, it's like we take a class. It's not like, well, maybe some of us are like rooted in Proverbs, um, or just rooted in the word to guide and train our children in the way that we should go. But definitely, I am here to strive that we are more intentional about parenting our children through the Proverbs, not only, and the entire wisdom, that the Bible gives us, this righteous biblical instruction. So I just want to say a wise household is created, right? We have to create that peace, that patience, that love, all the fruits of the spirit, the kindness, especially the long suffering living in this world, right? Um, we have to be able to encourage one another and encourage our children, and basically, most definitely, discipline them with wisdom. So that was just my point number one, is to build your house with wisdom as we train our children, right? So number two, we got to really model integrity. And this is a good one, a big one. Um, to model integrity for our children. In verse 2 and 11, it mentions those who walk uprightly fear Yah, right? And fear in terms of when you do your word study, that is like when you honor and when you respect and when you love the Most High Yah, right? Is how you walk uprightly, right? And it's our choice and it's our decision. And we can just pray that our children choose that way too. And but long story short, our children learn integrity by watching us, right? So we consistently living according to the ways of Yah teaches them righteousness, right? Gives them security, right? And that's how we are blessed. So the third point I want to make truly, truly important is to guard our words and our attitudes. So, verse 29 says, whoever is slow to anger has great understanding, but he who has a hasty temper exalts folly. So, just us being calm, thinking about our words, thinking before we speak can diffuse conflict, because our children are little people, right? Full of emotions, right? And they're learning to communicate and behave in a way that is just holy, set apart and righteous, right? And we have to gently guide them through their emotions while we, diffuse conflict, right? Because as parents, we are still human and we deal with our own emotions and stuff too. So we have to build trust. And then, a good practice is to think before we speak so that we are gentle, that we are loving and we are kind. And we're giving a gentle rebuke. And it doesn't have to be harsh, right? Because when we're harsh or when we're impatient, it can actually wound our children and it can actually cause division, right? And we don't want division in our homes. So I pray against division. and that there's unity, right? So, just some things to think about, right? In what ways can you be more intentional about building your home with wisdom this week? Hmm? So, I know a couple of ways that we can, that I do, is one, read the Proverbs with your children, pray with your children, and just talk with them, get to know who they are, just have fun, right? So, feel free to answer any of these reflection questions in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, it's good all the time. The second one I have is, what areas of your life can you model greater integrity for your children to see? Hmm? That's a good question. I could answer, but I'm not, because I want to hear from you all. So I may answer in the comments or come back tomorrow. And the third reflection question is, how can you practice being slow to anger in moments of stress or conflicts? Yeah, for those of you who have older children, this is a good question to discuss with them, whether you homeschool or they go to high school, or even I would say like ages 12 and up if they're in middle school. Talk about some ways that they can practice being slow to anger in moments of stress or conflict, because I know being in public school, I can only imagine what it's like today. But when I was growing up, it was a lot of things that people would say, bullying and stuff, that will make you angry. So just really learning to pause. And I think one of these verses gave a good tip about how to get the cold shoulder. Give me 1 second. I think it was just verse 3 where it says, frivolous talk provokes a derisive smile, wise speech evokes nothing but respect. So, being slow to anger in moments of stress or conflicts, one of the things we can practice is like just pause, right? And just really focus on the word or something else so that we're not responding, right? Um, So if anybody else got anything to add to that, go ahead and add in the comments. I greatly appreciate it. And with that, I'll go ahead and end here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. If you haven't officially signed up, I want you to go to parentingthroughproverbs.com and go ahead and register. When you register, I send you daily emails with pointers, right? And some reflection questions. And then you can also, I do have a study guide for sale. So with that, I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, 7 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, sharp. Yeah, willing. My apologies. I was a little late today. So, all right. Well, I leave you in peace. I came to you in peace with the ancient Hebrew word for peace. Shalom. Shalom.